Hey, this is Brian Kirchner. So right now we're standing at a street I grew up on, Knox Avenue. I used to live in a few houses right on this street. One right here that is no longer standing, 124 Knox. I lived here until I was roughly 13 or 14 years old on this street. One of the houses was right here. The other one being further up the street, 116 Knox Avenue. Spent a lot of time here, a lot of time on those fire escapes, a lot of time playing football across the street here. We played football, baseball here. A lot of my friends grew up right here in this apartment building across the street. But this was kind of a spot where we hung out at a lot. So right here was 116 Knox Avenue, where I lived in for, I don't know, probably 8 years or so. It no longer exists, but there was a house connected, a 4-bedroom house that my mom, my sister, and I lived in that was connected to this apartment building here. Stayed there from about age 8 to 14 or so, but it's sad to see that the house is no longer here. I mean, I can't wait for one day. One of the goals would be to develop this block and put a park here or something nice for the community. When we moved out of this house right here that we lived in, that was one of my first experiences of like how it works with the landlord and the eviction process. We were actually evicted. Sheriff was at our door and we had to move all of our stuff out within a day. Went to preschool right across the street here, right over at St. Canice's. I did community service over there with some trouble that I got in, but yeah, St. Canice, a bunch of us that grew up in the neighborhood went to school right there, and this school's still open. Went to middle school right down the street at Knoxville Middle School. Hopefully one day get to see that reopened up, but our warehouse is right across the street from there, our construction warehouse. We own a church warehouse right there. Since we were kids, I mean, grew up on between this street and a few other streets in Mount Oliver and in Carrick. 15210 has just been such a vital part of my life and my family's life, and now CityLife's life. I mean, we buy a lot of properties here and I started investing here as one of the first places I started buying properties, just because of how familiar I was with the community and how connected I was with the community. From growing up here and seeing how some of the houses were, even when I grew up here, a lot of them were a little run down, a lot of them weren't taken care of properly. So it was always important to me to create a nice place for people to live. It was always important to me to renovate a house and still trying to keep that as affordable as possible for Section 8 tenants, for just your everyday working class person. So for us, we completely believe in put out a really good product, treat your tenants fairly, and give everybody an opportunity to live in a good, comfortable place within the community. With our company's mission, transforming lives, strengthening the community, building happiness, that is what CityLife's all about, and that's why we love invested in these communities.